Let's go.
It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
Okay, people, we back. Got another episode of Ossom Entertainment. Michael Chiklis, I don't know if he's throwing shots or whatever he's saying, but I like it. Michael Chiklis says original Fantastic Four movies got a lot right, and there are a lot of people critically who got it wrong. I would agree with that. I would actually agree with that. They got a lot of things right. The one thing they didn't get right was Dr. Doom, and that's kind of where y'all fucked up. I actually loved the Rise of the Silver Surfer. It was good all the way into the end, all the way into Galactus, and that's when y'all fucked it up. But Rise of the Silver Surfer was good. And I think after watching the new Fantastic Four, can't disagree with Buddy. They did get a lot of right in 2005. Michael Chiklis is standing up for his 2005 Fantastic Four. Michael Chiklis is standing on business, is what they call it. In a recent interview with Collider, Chiklis, who played Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, in Fantastic Four, in its 2007 sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, said the two Marvel blockbusters were underrated at the time of the release, and critics who panned the films got it wrong. It's facts, man. Even when I watched the films in theaters at that time, I was like, okay, I can see why people complain, but it wasn't terrible. And I love the Silver Surfer, man. They did get it right. They got Johnny Storm right. I liked Vanessa Kirby, but I didn't think I would like Jessica Alba better. I kind of did. Let's see. There were a lot of people, I think, critically who got it wrong, Chiklis said. They really maligned our films, and they were very underrated considering. They were very loved by the audience. It was one of those cases where critics weren't great to those films, but the audience was, and that still remains. Facts. I'm one of the audience. I don't hate y'all for that film. I don't. I hate y'all for the Fantastic Four stick. The one, yeah, y'all fucked that one up. Miles Teller and Michael B. And yeah, y'all fucked that one up, man, unfortunately. He continued, I've always sort of quietly gone like, okay, say what you want to say, but the people see it. And now all these years later, people are sort of acknowledging like, hey, these films are family friendly, fun movies. They got a lot right. They may be imperfect, but they were really good movies. I don't say really good movies is a strong term, but they did get the Fantastic Four right. They were entertaining. They're worth watching. Both mid-ox, I don't even know what that means. Fantastic Four films have seen renewed interest with the recent release of the Fantastic Four First Steps. However, upon their debut, they were hardly critical darlings. Fantastic Four sits at 28% on Rotten Tomatoes, while Rise of the Silver Surfer sits slightly at 37%. Now that's ridiculous. 28% is ridiculous. The movie didn't have a lot of action. It was kind of a slow origin story, but 28% is just disrespectful. 37% for Rise of the Silver Surfer is crazy, because that movie was good all the way to the end. Not through the end, up until the end. Although they were critically beloved, Chiklis noted that both films achieved some commercial success. We made $750 million. Those two movies, he added, so you know all those people can't be completely out of their minds, and you know what I mean. They could be out of their minds. People be paying for some shit. Y'all be hyping up some movies that be mid, I ain't gonna lie. Ian Grufford, who also starred along Chiklis as Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, recently told Vulture they originally planned to make 3 Fantastic Four films. They would make 3 Fantastic Four films, and would be the trilogy would be ultimately cut short. The mindset was that we were going to do 3, and I think the second movie was equally successful as the first and equally enjoyable for fans. It was better. It wasn't equally. It was better. I particularly love working with Doug Jones as the Silver Surfer, the best Silver Surfer on that movie, who's just a terrific artist and an expert in the field of movement. If you want to witness somebody bringing a character to life physically, he was just untouchable. So there was definitely that sort of momentum that the plan was to do 3 movies, but these decisions are beyond my control. Whoever control it was, y'all fucked up. At least the 3rd one could have hit. Y'all should have got Doom right, or y'all should have got Galactus right. Let's check out the comments. There's a lot of comments. Let's check out a couple. Say what you want about the first 2 movies, but the casting was top notch and was extremely likable. That's facts. They got every character pretty much casted the way they needed to. They didn't let Jessica Alba do her thing, but she was casted well. I think she did a good job. Chris Evans was the best as Human Torch. He should have been the lead. Human Torch is the most interesting character of the Fantastic Four, and he was killing it. So making him kind of the lead in the second one was a great idea. They totally goofed up Dr. Doom, but the core 4 were pretty dang enjoyable. They were. Respectfully disagree. Ian Grufford can act, but he had zero chemistry with Alba. That I feel like that was on the writing, though. They didn't really have anything for the character. Julian McMahon, R.I.P., was a great actor, and but the character of Dr. Doom we got was awful. Doom in the comics is a Thanos level threat. In the movies, he was weaker than Magneto. First off, Magneto's strong as fuck. That's not the character you should have picked. Either way, yeah, they fucked up Dr. Doom. We can all agree on that. They definitely fucked up Dr. Doom. I thought he was great as Ben Grimm, and I agree. I think that they were not as bad as people act like they were. The characters and such got pretty good treatment. That's facts. And y'all did the same thing with Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron is a good movie, yo. That was a good movie. And people talk shit about it like it was booty cheeks. And it's like, bro, what are you? Now we getting some real trash and y'all going back and appreciating what you got at the time. The same thing with Fantastic Four. That's one of the movies you got to go back and appreciate. I was like, the first Wolverine, that was a good movie too. That was one of the best displays of Wolverine's powers. And it was PG-13, but he was still throwing them claws. You know what I'm saying? I like that. A lot of these old movies need to get more respect, man. Put some respect on the old Fantastic Four name. I'm down with it. Either way, thank you for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and
Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's